Ladies and gentlemen, as you may know, this is my last night here on Pix 11. As you can imagine, over the years I've become very friendly with some of the biggest celebrities all over the world. And the tributes to me have been coming in from everywhere.
So Scott Stanford is leaving, huh? Normally these kind of send-off videos, people are sad, but I'm not. I don't think anybody's sad. I think everybody's kind of sort of happy to see him go. I mean, we could get a great female host who actually knows about sports. I think that's a good idea. I'm not shedding a tear over this guy leaving. Not one.
When I first heard Scott was leaving WPIX, I went, wow, that's too bad. Then I said, what do I care? I don't watch this clown. He stinks anyway. Get rid of him.
Hi, everybody. Ian Eagle from CBS and the Yes Network. I really want Scott to work alongside me. There's one legitimate problem, though. I hate his singing. It stinks. Seriously.
Scott, who am I going to talk to about the Mets? Who am I going to complain to? Who's going to listen to me? Clearly not you, because you ain't going to be there. Oh, well, all great things come to an end. Have a good one, Scott.
You're the best around.
Ralph Macchio, what are you doing here, bud?
You disgust me.
What happened to Clooney, Jeter, J-Lo? Couldn't get any of them on the line. The girl from Stranger Things, we couldn't get her to say anything.
Now, some of y'all have been asking me my opinion about rock and roll music. Now, anyone who knows me knows that if you ask me my opinion about something, I'm going to give you an answer. You may not agree with what I have to say, but I'm going to tell you. Now, I firmly believe that rock and roll music is sent to us straight from the devil himself. I believe that rock and roll music has been sent to us straight from the bowels of hell. Now, I don't believe that the devil can do this work by himself. I think he has to have agents, assistants, evil agents to help spread this evil music.
What? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Wow.
That hey, you know, that clip is from an indie project, indie film project I was involved with that never saw the light of day. So I used that clip as part of my demo reel, and you know, I posted it on my page the other day, and apparently some people couldn't understand between acting and they thought it was real. They thought that was my real thoughts on the evils of rock and roll music.
My friend, that's what happened.
I had to talk my way out of that.
I thought you were about to go, now I gotta cut loose, foot loose, kick off my Sunday shoes. Please, Louise. Oh, that was good. What's up, Philly kid?
Not too much, man. Not too much. You know, my wife was under the weather last night, but we got her whipped back into shape. She's feeling a lot better today. So
feeling better. That's good. That's good to hear. Good to know. I like it.
So, you know, happy wife is a happy life.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah. How about you? What's going on? Hey, the clip that you posted, you know, I can't believe you got so many people to post such nice and heartwarming things to say about you.
Yeah, yeah. And the funny thing was I had to gather all those up myself because nobody else was making me a goodbye tape when I was over at Pix 11. And you know, I had to get those celebs to send me off by myself.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Listen, you know, Philly, big show tonight, my friend.
Yes.
Big show. We got the lovely and talented Gloria Reuben is on the show tonight.
Yes.
Singer, used to be a backup dancer for Tina Turner from ER, Mr. Robot, Cloak and Dagger, Emmy nominated. She's got a book out called My Brother's Keeper. And then we got Bree Klauser, or Klauser. I got to ask her how she says her name.
Right.
She is another actress, an actress from here in the New York area. She's legally blind. She's in a new series that's supposed to be tremendous on Apple Apple TV called SEE.
Yes.
And it looks like a wild series where all of humanity has lost their sight. And she is one of 3 actors in the series that are actually legally blind. So yeah, she's also a singer songwriter, and we'll have some fun. You know, look at us hanging out with some some famous women tonight. It's not bad.
No, it's not. And, I think part of the draw, this may or may not have something to do with it, but anytime, and, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but anytime that you have a host the stature of yourself with 7 Emmy Awards, I mean, I'm guessing that's probably, and in fact, 2 of them are just over your shoulder there on the desk.
Yeah, Phil. I ran out of room upstairs, so I had to bring a couple down. But I just like to thank the Academy, and Phil, I'd like to thank you for making this all possible.
Hey, I do what I can do.
I was wondering, if it comes down to it, how much I can get for these bad boys. Maybe I can, melt them down into some gold-plated necklace. I could wear it around my neck like Flavor Flav wears the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever it takes. I mean, but when you have 7 of those bad boys, I think that adds a little bit of the allure to coming to your show. So
yeah,
just throwing that out there.
You'd think I'd be hosting like American Idol or The Bachelor or Bachelorette by now, but here I am.
Well, I think you're working your way up. I think something like that will happen for you. I'm pretty sure.
Oh God, I've been working my way up for a long. I've slept my way right to the middle, my friend, right to the middle. Nobody does that better than I do.
Well, I mean,
so listen, more college sports going by the wayside.
Oh man.
Yep. College football going away for the fall. The guy from the CDC said that this is going to be the worst fall ever when it comes to the disease. Basically said if everybody would just wear a mask every day for 3 months, every time you go outside, we could probably knock most of it out, save like 40,000 lives. But we just can't get everybody on the same page in this country to do anything, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't see why. I mean, because my wife and I had to go to buy groceries today, and of course we had our mask on, and actually they won't even let anybody in the grocery store. And I don't know if I can say Sam's Club, but everybody, they make you wear a mask, and everybody in there was wearing a mask. So
that's it, man. It's no big deal.
Yeah, who cares? Just wear a mask.
I mean, everybody talks about, patriotism and rights and this, and it's like, just wear the friggin' mask. It's really not that big a deal.
Yeah. I mean, you got to wear clothes when you go outside anyway. So
absolutely, man. My wife said, you put your underwear on, just wear your mask. It's the same thing. You only have to wear it when you're around other people. And if we would have all just got on the same page back in March, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Just wear the mask, people.
And on a much more serious note, Miley Cyrus and her boyfriend have split up today. So,
oh no,
I know you're not going to be happy about that.
Was there a wrecking ball involved?
Hey, now, nicely done. Way to get that in there. Way to get that in there. You've been doing any singing today, my friend? What have you been doing?
Actually, I've been listening to Gloria Reuben music today.
Gorgeous voice, Gloria.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And but listen, I don't expect you to sing one of her songs. People have been asking you for shout outs. Please tell Phil to say hello to me. Listen, there's also, I notice that when I start to peek through some of the messages from all the women that watch this show from around the country, I noticed that there's a couple of men who they're trying to scam everyone who puts in a comment. There's a certain guy who tries to comment on each woman, and he writes that he just copies and pastes the same thing, trying to get them to friend him. Yeah, from the Suki and Scott Facebook page, and I got on there. I blocked him. I ruined his whole gig. And
Yeah.
I don't think he's too happy with me right now. But a lot of our viewers are females, probably 40 plus,
Mhm.
and some of them in their 50s, 60s, 70s. And this guy's, I could see he's trying to pray. He's just looking for a response from somebody. And I totally went in there and I blocked them up, ruined this whole gig.
Yeah, I go there. I get those complaints too, and I go in there and visit my page regularly. Find these guys, and you can ban them from your page, and I ban them. and I got to tell everybody, I put out notices every so often, but we never send out cash giveaways.
Right, the cash giveaway too, right?
Yeah, we don't do that. So if somebody with my picture or Scott's Suki's picture saying, hey, we got $5,000 to give you, sign up here, don't do it because we never do that. We never do that.
We have no money to give, Phil. I know you're a very wealthy guy. Maybe you got some philanthropic goals, but over here I have no money to give.
No, me either. I'm retired and I'm on a fixed income, so yes, I can.
Well, listen, the summer concert series continues. You have thousands. What do you got? About 80 million views right now on Facebook?
Actually, it went over 100 million.
Damn you, Phil. 100 million?
It did. Yeah, and I appreciate it. I just got to tell everybody thank you very, very much. Wow. Right before I came on, I saw a message from Cherry Hetrick. Not sure how you say your last name, but Cherry. Hi, how you doing? She wanted a shout out. There you go.
All right. So listen, before we bring Gloria in, she's in our green room. She's sipping on a little champagne. She's got peaches in there. Give us a little song because, a lot of the folks on here, they're here to hear you sing, Phil.
I'll give it a shot. Let's do a little Al Green. Everybody likes Al Green.
Oh, you're going Al Green, huh?
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do now is all right with me. Yeah. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new, baby. And I want to spend my life with you. Let me say that since we've been together, all loving you forever, that's what I need. Now let me be the one you come running to, baby, and I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, we gotta stay together, baby, loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Let's stay together, baby. Yeah.
Nicely done, Phil. Nicely done. You really hit that high note well. I like that.
I try. Sometimes I can. If I don't drink too much vodka or smoke too much, I can usually hit that high note.
Yeah, okay. You still working out, I see.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, I just want to remind everybody, Suki's shooting her show on TLC. She's been basically gone from us all summer long. I spoke to her today. She'll be back soon. I think she's done at the end of August. I believe right now she's on a beach somewhere. This was her vacation week, Phil. So,
yeah.
But, we'll figure it all out when she gets back. But, boy, this has been some kind of summer, huh? If you think about some of the folks we've had on all summer long, it's been unbelievable between the celebrities, the entertainers. I mean, this is the place to be, I think.
Wow, it is. And like I say, it's your Emmys have something to do with it. I think, just the pure, unadulterated charisma and charm that you have. I think that plays an even bigger part.
Continue. Go ahead.
And everybody just wants to, talk to Scott and Suki, even though Suki's on vacation right now. But yeah.
All right. Well, listen, our first guest is ready to join us. She's an actress, a singer, an author, one of the smartest women you'll ever meet. And here's a quick little snippet from Gloria Reuben.
Lights on my tree, I wish you could see. I wish it every day. Logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year too. I have just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish Hillary was our president. I wish I would.
Did you catch that, Phil? Did you catch it?
I did.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Nice.
You got that clip. I love that.
I have one wish on this Christmas. I wish Hillary was our president.
It's like the perfect timing for that clip as well.
Oh my goodness.
But
I mean,
really
can somebody get Kamala Harris's name right? Nobody knows how to say it.
I know. That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Gloria, how are you, my dear?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm doing just fine. Finally, we get to do this. It's been like you've been my heart.
Phil, I've been texting Gloria since February.
It's true.
When Suki and I started this show. By the way, Gloria, that's Phil over there. Say hi to Phil.
Hi, Gloria.
Since February, and she promised she would come on one of these days. And every week I said, Gloria, this is the week, right, Gloria? This is the week.
It's so true. I know. And we were going to do it. Remember, I was doing a show at Joe's Pub at the end of March. And then obviously everything hit the fan. And so, but finally, everything in its time. That's what they say. So the time is right now.
We got snookered. But hey, listen.
Yeah.
It's great to see you. You look wonderful. You sing as beautiful as ever.
Thank
you. Before we get into, your incredible, career, how's this whole, I know it's not really as bad, the quarantine now, people are out and about, but how's it been for you the last 6 months?
Well, I think that I probably consumed more rosé and white wine in the last 4 months than I have in the last decade.
Oh.
I really own vineyards from Provence because that's what's happening here. You know what I had for lunch today? And I usually take pretty good care of myself, but today, it was kind of one of those days where I I had popcorn and rosé for lunch. So that's just kind of like one sign, but you know what? I have to say, I feel every day, kid you not, I think I say a big thank you to the divine. I say I count my blessings, big for being healthy. I have a roof over my head, food on the table, clothes to eat. Clothes to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, if you drink too much rosé, you'll start eating your clothes.
Clearly,
Hey, Gloria, I got to tell you, I spent a lot of the day today listening to Gloria Reuben music, and For All We Know is now one of my favorite, and I'm the proud owner actually from iTunes of some of your songs, and and I got to tell everybody out there, if speaking of drinking wine, if you drink wine, to everybody who's listening, go to some of whatever streaming service you use, download Gloria Reuben's albums, and sit back with a glass of wine like I did today, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Beautiful, beautiful music.
Thank you. It's literally it dropped 6 months ago, Valentine's Day. It was just yesterday, and I have to say, and it's just, as you know, it's just vocals and guitar, and which is something that I'd wanted to do for years. And I love the intimacy of it. I'm just so happy. Thank you for doing that, for listening and for letting me know how much you've enjoyed it, because that's the kind of that type of feedback just makes me literally, sometimes during these last few months, it's been really difficult as a performer and actor, because I'm not connecting with people one-on-one, where nobody's doing that one-on-one or without, do you know what I mean? That kind of human interaction. In a way, it can leave me feeling a little bit like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or I can kind of spiral a little bit like that. So to hear you say that you've been enjoying it. So.
And what was so beautiful and amazing is it was your beautiful voice and a guitar, Marty Ashby.
Yeah.
And how did that collaboration come about?
Well, our second record together, Marty is the executive director of MCG Jazz, which is based in Pittsburgh, which is, of course, a big jazz city. And he's been running MCG Jazz for decades. He's an extraordinary guitarist. Our first album together, Per Chance to Dream, at the end of it, our last song on that record was a duo, Here's to Life, just vocals and guitar. And after we recorded that song, again, I already had in the back of my mind that I knew I wanted to do just vocals and guitar, but when we did that song at the end of that record, we were both, all right, our next album is going to be just vocals and guitar. And it took a good year and a half to find the right songs, to make the arrangements fresh and new and intimate and interest in our own. And every single tune on this album, whether it's a well-known one or not, is our own. And I feel really like for all time, I'm going to feel proud of this.
Excellent collaboration. You guys did wonderfully, beautiful music. And like I say, when I get finished here, I'm going back in the house. The wife and I are going to have another glass of wine, and we're going to listen to some more Gloria Reuben music.
And he's going to watch reruns of ER from. Gloria, do me a favor. Take that CD cover, put it up to the camera again. I'm going to put you up full there so people can see it. For all we know, I love it. And listen, what's your favorite go-to song off of that album?
Oh boy. Well, I have to say there's a beautiful song called I'll Close My Eyes that has been sung as a ballad. It was written as a ballad decades ago, and Sarah Vaughan and Dinah Washington have sung that song as a ballad. Mm-hmm. We do it in a fresh, we do it like, I'll close my eyes to everyone but you. You're not there to share each lovely day. And through the years, those moments when we're apart, I'll close my eyes and see with my heart.
Oh, nice.
Or something like that.
Nice.
I left my wine in the house, and now I'm kicking myself.
So who you've been telling me straight tequila for the last 3 months, and all of a sudden you're drinking wine?
Hey, you have to when you listen to Miss Reuben's music. You got to.
I thought you were talking about tequila. Tequila. Yeah. I call tequila because I can't. If I do tequila, I don't know what's going to be happening.
That is my favorite. Gloria, a lot of the women writing in, they love your hair tonight from Ontario, Canada. They love your hair.
Well, it's all a gift from God. This is how I was born. And so I'm just letting it do its thing. That's all. I think that's kind of the sign of the times. You know what?
That's how they make them when you're born in Canada, right?
Exactly. I know, right? Canada.
I gotta tell you look exactly the same as as the ER days. I mean, it's like you're frozen in time. I mean, that's another thing. In 1996, you were chosen by People magazine as one of the 50 most beautiful people of the year.
That's insane.
Well, insane. I think it should be every year since then to this year as well. So, I mean, it's and my wife's watching, so she also belongs on that list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been a big fan ever since the ER days, and when Scott told me you were going to be on the show, I was like, yes.
Well, that's very nice. I know. I can't believe it was that long ago. Last year marked 25 years since the first season of ER.
Oh man! Wow.
I can't even wrap my head around that. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I know,
Gloria,
crazy, right? But
here's the thing. Everybody wants to know: did you ever have a kissing scene with George Clooney back in the day?
No, we didn't have any scenes together, a kissing scene. And that's all I'm going to say. No, there was nothing. No, but he was great to work with. But it's interesting because I thought a lot lately, of course, because there's so much time to think nowadays anyway. But really, 25 years is a long time. George Clooney and Daniel Day-Lewis and Lincoln.
Oh, that's well. I was going to ask you about that, but I remember ER. You also had Anthony Edwards, right? Was in ER.
Yes, of course, Noah Wiley. I've worked with Noah.
Noah
a couple of times. And
what a show, man! What a show that was.
Great. And Hulu has run all of the episodes again, so it's like do you know what I mean? It's kind of in people's in their minds again.
Yeah.
Because literally, I have people come up to me and like, oh, I've been watching it for the second time, or my kids who grew up. This is the thing that's upsetting those when like a 35-year-old comes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, I watched you when I was 8. And I shut up.
Yeah, right. Shut up, dude. That was real. That was great. Grey's Anatomy before Grey's Anatomy, right? ER.
We were the first of many things.
First of many, yeah. And listen, let's talk Lincoln for a second because that won an Oscar in 2012.
It was 2012.
2012, right? And you what your character was Elizabeth Keckley.
Yeah.
Now here's the question. I know because I remember hearing, because I'm a huge Howard Stern fan. I remember hearing on Howard how he was talking about Daniel Day-Lewis and how he actually, when he played Lincoln, like he never got out of character. Is that true?
It's so funny how people that are never in places, in situations, oftentimes have a comment about the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's not true. Not true at all.
I'm not, everybody's process is their own. All I can say is that filming that movie, it was one of the most, and Mr. Robot was the same as well. It was one of the most, it was so respectful. Everybody was in their own, do you know what I mean? Some people wanted to walk off set and make jokes and in between and then come back and do their thing. Others, I can't speak for anybody else's process or behavior. I can only speak for my own. And I just know for myself, it was such a kind of, we were filming Lincoln 150 years after the beginning of the Civil War. Right. In Richmond, Virginia, which of course was the capital of the Confederacy, right? So it was it was a very deep and yet very light time at the same time. We all were having a good time and we were all focused. Every single person was focused. And when anyone watches that film, I think that you can feel it coming off the screen, this kind of reverence, this kind of focus and respect for what was going on. It was pretty deep and it's pretty great. And it was one of the best. I mean, come on, Daniel Day-Lewis and Sally Field. And
oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. So the pandemic is, pretty much shutting people down as far as appearances and whatnot. And do you tour? Do you have plans to continue touring, or what's your schedule like?
Yes. Well, knock wood, like as soon as things, I'm hoping that come the fall, maybe through September and October, there might be some outdoor performances. Again, with the record, because it's only vocals and guitar, it'd be easier to go places for that. But it's really difficult to say when I'll be able to be performing live again and when I'll be, promoting my book. Scott, the performance I was going to do at Joe's Pub was reading excerpts from my book that I'm
going to put that up in a sec. Yeah.
And play the piano, sing songs that correlate with the written word. So that is my next goal. I may have to go to Canada to do that sooner than later because I know that, Canada has flattened the curve. And I'm a citizen as well. I'm a dual citizen. So.
Gotcha.
Dual citizenship, Phil. Are you a dual citizen?
I was born in Paris, France.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know what my rights are now as far as that, but yeah, I was born in Paris, France. My dad was in the military. So yeah.
Yeah, Gloria, real quick on Phil, because he won't talk about himself. He was one of our first guests on the show with Suki and myself. And he was an Oklahoma City police officer. I love to say SWAT sniper. That makes me feel good for some reason, because that's what he was, former military guy. And he's got an amazing voice. He started singing songs in his car, and he went viral and 100 million views later, there are women all around this country who are looking to take Phil's hand in marriage, even though he's already married. They don't even care. And he's like he became like our Doc Severinsen, our band leader.
Totally.
And it's been, you know, the Phil Summer Concert Series. He just sings. I don't even have to show up. All I have to do is turn on the computer, let Phil sing for an hour, and the women go nuts.
Well, of course they go nuts, because what woman doesn't love like a military dude who can sing? Now, if you can cook as well, forget it. It's over. I mean,
I cooks.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to marry you. I'm sorry. I keep dropping that F word. I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm supposed to do that.
No, the FCC will not shut us down. I promise you.
Yeah, no, we're good, Gloria. We're good. But so that's Phil's story in a nutshell, to make a very long story very short. And the guy's just been he's killing it ever since.
I know. We'll talk about a great voice. I have been watching some of your videos as well. I'm like, wow, this is that whole, you got the groove going on, and you got that, you can hit, like you say, you can hit those high notes, but you got this.
Gloria, thank you so much. But we're talking about Phil now. You don't have, not me. We're talking about Phil. But I'm trying to put Phil over now.
Let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the book.
Like he's trying to change the subject. All right, listen. I want to put the book up. It's going to cover our faces for a second. So here's the book, My Brother's Keeper. This is Gloria's book. You know, two brothers that she's loved and she's lost. And it's just been, you know, critically acclaimed. And it was, Gloria, you know, I've seen some of your other interviews about this book. And I mean, obviously, listen, these were your brothers. I know one passed away very early, one in his 60s or so. And you just, you know, you can't be more passionate, you know, coming from someone's, you know, inner self, putting this book together, you know, than you have.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I really love those guys.
What was it? You know, what I noticed in one of your interviews, you said that you did a lot of writing in a journal.
Yes.
To be able to, you know, because God, you know, how do you remember all this stuff? And I guess, you know, tell us, you know, what happened and why you decided to write this book, My Brother's Keeper.
Well, my little brother David passed many years ago in Canada, and that his death actually was the impetus for me to leave Canada. And then 25 years later, my other brother passed away suddenly as well. My first brother took his own life, and my second brother had a brain hemorrhage. And I'd always kept these journals. I've always been a journal writer, because it's always helped me to kind of get stuff out of my head and my heart, you know, get it down on paper. And after Dennis passed, I just started to look through some things and kept on writing, and I had to keep on writing. And at a certain point, it 100% happened organically. I just kind of started reading these essays, these entries, if you will, and had this feeling of just kind of expanding on them, and they became these essays in a way. And so the book is this combination of actual journal entries and these essays that comb the stories together, if you will, touching on the home where we grew up and the challenges of a mixed race family in Canada at that time, and my love for my brothers and their experiences and their deaths. And there's a lot of healing though as well. You know, there's a lot of, I write quite a bit about that thin veil, if you will, between the spirit and the material world, and how they reach me in many ways. So yeah, it's really took a long time to write, but I'm really glad that I did it, because I know it's this story of love and healing.
I want to, again, it's going to cover us. I want to put it up again, but Gloria, tell us, you know, tell because a lot of folks are writing in right now that they'd love to read it. So where can folks find, where can they find the book?
Oh, yes. Well, you can buy it on Amazon.com, or even better, if I may, if you go to GloriaReubenShop.com.
You mean that right across the bottom right there?
Personal Gloria, yes, exactly. and I'll sign for you personally, and we'll ship it to you. Gloria Reuben Shop, as well as the CD. I have my book and my CD on the shop page.
Oh, that's great. So it's GloriaReubenShop.com.
Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, listen, it's I read like the excerpts from the book, and it's really it's a must read. It's for the rest of the summer, folks sitting around, we none of us really have much to do. So if you want to read a really heartfelt book from Gloria, I've heard some phenomenal. I mean, just the reviews from it have been amazing.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, it's really been, and very similar to you, Phil. Like people have either written to me personally or left a note on Instagram or something saying after they've read it, like how it makes them feel. That kind of connecting their own story in a way, because we all experience loss. Of course, it's part of life, and healing, and some days are better than others. But it's it's the humanity throughout it all that really.
Exactly. And that is, when I was reading some of the excerpts as well, and thinking about the story that you tell, and you lost your brother to suicide. And, I'm very active with in the field of veterans and veterans support and mental health issues, suicide prevention awareness. So I really, really appreciate this book and the information you put out there.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for doing that work. That's necessary work for sure. Veterans, mental health, especially nowadays. I mean, especially nowadays.
Yes.
Isolation and living solo. No matter with whom you live, or even if you do live solo, depression, anxiety. I mean, come on, not sleeping at night, etc., etc. So these are things that that we can all talk about, and that's okay to talk about it. It's a must talk about thing.
Right.
Gloria, what I wanted to ask you about was your time in the very popular show, Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Which was on USA, I believe, and you played a psychologist who was the psychologist to was it Rami Malek?
Rami Malek, yes.
Rami Malek.
Yes.
And, who, by the way, won an Academy Award for his portrayal of from Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
What was it? You worked with the guy. What was that like for you when you saw him winning that Oscar?
I was so excited for him. And he totally deserved it. He freaking rocked in that role. Oh my God.
He was great.
Unbelievable. Yeah. It was unbelievable. And he wasn't a singer or a dancer or musician at all. I was so proud of him. I was literally like, he's the nicest guy. He's very similar to Daniel Day-Lewis, if I may. Extremely intelligent and very generous as a human being and as an artist. Very down to earth, funny, creative, and talented beyond. The nicest guy. I couldn't be happier for him. And beautiful girlfriend. I mean, they're just like, it's like they're royalty of the planet now.
And it was wild. After I saw the movie, I went back to YouTube and I watched the real Freddie Mercury do the the Live Aid performance in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was almost like you're watching the same person.
It was just unbelievable. It
right?
Really was extraordinary.
He's like, all we hear is Radio Gaga.
I mean, oh man, I watched that movie so many times, and it just gets you every time. It really is. It's just, and the emotional, just kind of the emotional through line of Freddie, of his story. The outcast.
Yeah,
he was not a, and trying to find your way, and just the sensitivity and the talent of that man.
Well, listen, you do your one woman shows here in New York City from time to time.
Yeah.
And Phil, I was trying to get. She has a piano in her place.
I know.
A white piano. Not that I've ever been there. I've seen her playing it. I wanted her to sit in front of the piano. So next time, Gloria, you're going to sit in front of the piano. You'll sing for us.
Okay.
Please.
But on your one woman show, I know you do some originals and I know you do some covers because I heard you do like Purple Rain and things like that.
Oh.
What's like your go-to cover song? If you had if you were going to the finale of one of your one woman shows at night, what's like a go-to cover that you would finish off with?
Well, if it's in the jazz world, it would be "Here's to Life" for sure. if it's in the pop world, that's a good question. You know,
Let's
there's
go.
this one song that I've been singing a lot lately, which is by Seal, and it's called Rollin'. I'll sit at the piano and do it for you next time.
All right. Can you give me like 15 seconds a cappella?
Yeah.
You're like, you put me on the spot.
Rolling out of my bed, I still can't find the truth I've been searching for. Going back instead, I shut my eyes, dreamed who I could be once more. They say the trouble with me is that I'm one who knows. Now I understand. Rolling out of my bed, I think I've learned I still want to live again.
That was Steel, right? That was Steel.
Great tune.
After we get, I'm going to do "Kiss from a Rose" in a little while.
Oh, okay. Come on. Come on,
baby. No, I kid. I'm only kidding. Phil could probably do it.
I can't remember the words.
Gloria, in about 35 minutes, he and I will be sitting here like two dummies just singing away before we close out the night. Usually 50s doo-wop tunes.
Oh, fun. Oh.
But listen, GloriaReubenShop.com. So many people writing in. I didn't want to put them all up because it would cover your face. But so many folks writing on the comments. You might be able to see them up there. And Gloria, thank you so much for coming. You know, I'm so glad you came on. I got to have you back with the piano.
Yes.
And we'll just do like a little concert series preamble to your next one woman show.
Perfect. I would love that.
All right.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
A pleasure, and Phil.
Nice meeting you.
Too.
And don't forget, folks, you can get the book or her CDs, GloriaReubenShop.com. Our viewers, they really they'll patronize so many of our guests. It's great.
That's really, I love that support. I appreciate that very, very much.
Gloria, thank you so much. Phil, any last words to Gloria? You want to sing her a quick 15 seconds before she leaves?
See you later. It's been such a good time. Come back again, Gloria.
Okay.
There you go. Gloria, thank you, sweetie. Oh, we love you.
See you later. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Scott.
Phil, I told you that's a special woman right there.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Yes. Great woman.
She does it. She does everything. Actress, singer, songwriter, author. And listen, I've seen comments from her about the environment in some articles, and I mean, she's such a smart woman.
She's a humanitarian, man.
Yeah.
She is. She cares about people. She loves people. She loves the planet. I mean, she cares about social issues, and
way too good for both of us, I could tell you.
Oh yeah, 1,000 times out of our league. You know,
way too good for either one of us.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, so listen, my friend, this has been some kind of week for you. I mean, who you had BJ Thomas last week, Taylor Dane, Lisa. They just keep coming.
I know it. Wow.
Let me just grab the scroll across the bottom there. Ba, 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 ba. So listen, our next guest, because we don't stop on this show. You would think a Gloria Reuben is that's good enough for any show just to have her on. But you know what? When it comes to the actress, singer, songwriter category, I want to bring in this young lady because she is on some kind of roll right now. Hi, Bree.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi,
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect.
I just want to say, Phil, I could tell right off the bat, see this setup she has? This is a true voiceover setup she has right here.
Yes.
I have to thank my partner. He's a music producer, and so all this equipment is I would say most of it is his. So I'm very fortunate to use it. And it's come in handy a lot during quarantine.
Oh, I know. Listen, Bree, I got mine right here because I just don't have
Yeah.
it hanging upside down. But anyway, listen. Let me because is it Klauser?
Klauser. It's
Klauser.
an S, but it's the German vocabular glide. Klauser. Yeah.
Nice.
You were very close. Good.
I was close. I was close. Listen, I was, we were talking about you earlier, and you got so many things going on. And the thing is, Phil and I were talking about this as an actress here in the New York area, but really just branching out all over. And we'll talk about that in a second. But you are legally blind. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, I am technically legally blind. Sometimes in the industry, I like to use the word low vision because I feel like every time someone hears the word blind, they think that like lights out, you can't get around by yourself. But that's totally not true. And that's totally not true for pretty much most blind people or anyone who falls on the legally blind low vision spectrum, because it's I'm considered what would be called in the community high partial because I have a full range of vision, but definitely not enough vision to like drive a car or operate heavy machinery. That would be kind of risky. But yes, my condition is called achromatopsia, and I've been legally blind since birth.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So listen, when you decided to get into acting, did you feel that was going to be something that would hold you back? Because obviously, and we'll talk about some of the things you're doing right now, it hasn't held you back at all.
I'm very fortunate that it hasn't. I mean, there have been some struggles and there were doubts in my past, but luckily my parents were always very encouraging. They never treated me or my sibling like disabled children. They always encouraged us to follow our dreams. So at a very young age, I got bitten by the showbiz bug and really wanted to pursue theater. So I went to school for that and got my BFA while also studying voice. I had the privilege of studying with the late, great Metropolitan Opera tenor Francisco Casanova for 9 years. He just passed away this last fall, and I miss him very much.
Wow, sorry.
So, yeah, no worries. But yeah, I just I got to work with him. And so it's been a long time coming, and just these last couple of years, it really is about putting in the work and waiting for that right role and the right situations. And yes, for many years, I didn't think I was going to be an on-camera actress because I was always insecure about my nystagmus. So my pupils involuntarily rapidly move by themselves.
Okay.
And there have been actors with nystagmus before, but I feel like especially with women, there's always like a more of a scrutiny on appearance. So I was always insecure about that. But we live in we don't live in like the 1950s Hollywood. We live in a world where people finally want to see themselves on TV. So more diversity, whether that be ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, or disability.
Well, it's lucky for us that you decided to go ahead and pursue your dreams and your acting projects, because I was checking out the trailer to your new series, See, and I am a sci-fi dystopian future Earth fanatic, and I saw that trailer and it gave me chills, and I cannot wait to see it. I mean,
oh yeah, so See has been out on Apple TV for I think it was one of their flagship shows, and I was very fortunate to be a part of that. But my latest project is actually a new venture with Audible. They're doing these things called Audible Original Series. So they're like the old radio plays, but it's more of a cinematic experience for ears. And I play the lead character in this show. I play a girl named Emma Gable, who is a teenager who happens to be blind, who falls into the phone freaking community of the 1970s. And they were kind of like the original computer hackers before we had computers. And the series is called Freaks with a PH. And that just came out last week.
Right. It's PHREAKS. And you got, listen to this. So you got Christian Slater is part of this.
I know, me and Gloria Reuben have a degree of connection because of Mr. Robot. in Christian
That's right.
Slater.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Which, oh my
And,
goodness, what an honor to go after her. I mean, what a like a vocal legend as someone who grew up with jazz and R&B. Like I was just like, what? I'm in the same night as who? What?
Yeah, she's
So
great.
it
Gloria's
was so great to watch her interview and to hear her speak about her experience and hear her sing. It was so great.
And Ben McKenzie's in it, right, as
Yes.
well. Now I'm a little jealous of Ben McKenzie because, well, he was what show was he on Fox for a while? Gotham.
Yes, he plays a detective in this series. So it's and from what I've heard in interviews, unfortunately, I haven't met these people because that's the magic of audio projects.
Right.
But yes, he says it's very much in the same vein as his character on Gotham because he's playing a agent for Bell Labs.
Yeah, and he's married to a woman who, you know, I had a crush on because and I can't remember her name. I had a crush on her, but she was in.
Well, that was your first mistake.
That's my first, yeah, I forgot her name. But she was in the first season of Homeland. She played the wife of the fella from Billions. Now, everybody's name is escaping me.
Okay.
He married her, but he was also Ben was in an older show that was like an OC, like almost like a kids living by the beach type of show that was pretty popular back in the. I can't remember that either right now, which is great because I can't remember anything.
IMDb, that's why it exists. Yeah.
But listen, I want to talk about the C for a second because, and again, that's SEE, and you know when you look at the plot of this thing, it's basically the human race. Everybody's lost their eyesight, right? So everybody's trying to figure out how to deal with life without eyesight. And you guys basically, you spent months in the woods, right? In British Columbia.
Yes, and we shot on the mainland of British Columbia as well as we spent a few weeks completely off the grid in Vancouver Island.
Right, and Phil, who's in this series? Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, yeah.
Right, Alfre Woodard.
Yep.
And the question I have is, you know, as one of 3 cast members who have low vision, did a lot of the actors come to you guys for guidance on how to like act with low vision?
Absolutely, and something I like to when people talk about this series or portraying a disability at all of the actors and directors and creatives respected the idea that disability is not a skill set, it's a lived experience.
Right.
So when they would come for advice, they wouldn't say, oh, so how do I act blind? It's more from the experience of how would you navigate this situation without using your eyesight? And, you know, even for us who were low vision, me, Marilee Talkington, and Jessica Harper, who's a legend. She was in Suspiria, one of the best horror movies, thrillers of the 1970s.
Yeah.
And there are a few other low vision actors in speaking roles, but as far as the recurring roles, we were the 3 recurring actors that happen to have low vision. So when they would come to us, they would say, how do you navigate this without sight? And there were many situations where even the directors would take input from our experience. There's a particular scene in episode 4 where we're running away and we were running down this incline that was very steep and it was very wet out. And I was personally having a lot of trouble. And I'm just noticing they're like hauling ass down this hill. And I said to the director, I'm like, you know, if they're traveling into a place that they've never been before and they're not seeing it all, even if they're running, they would still proceed and feel out with some caution. And Anders, the director on the show, he was just like, brilliant, to inspire me. He was one of the, Francis Lawrence was the executive producer director, and he directed the first 3 episodes, but I got to work with Anders. I can't remember his last name. I'm just as bad as you.
You have my disease now.
But I could never forget Anders. He was so wonderful. The fact that he listened and really listened to my experience as a low vision person and let that inform the storytelling, that is huge. That is that, you know, you don't see that too much with like high level production of like listening to us lowly actors. So it shows that like some of these that this was really a collaborative project, and really, especially at the beginning of the show, really an ensemble piece, an ensemble cast. That when you have this tribe, even our background actors, they like traveled with us. They weren't just day extras. They were part of the family with us.
Right.
So you were part of Jason Momoa's tribe in the series.
Yes,
and
the Alkini tribe.
Yeah, that guy is in everything. What was it like to work with Jason?
Jason is a cool dude. He's really, really friendly. I remember that first table read. He was just chilling on the floor with the rest of us. He was like, "Oh, yo, what's up? I'm Jason. Look at my necklace. I got a boar necklace right now." And he was just really, really fun. Really able to keep up the morale on set, especially when you're doing long, hard days in the wilderness and fake rain towers. He always knew how to keep things fun, and he was a joy to work with, and just what a personality, what charisma.
Oh, it's great.
Nice.
You know what I love about this whole Audible series you're doing? Freaks, PHREAKS, PH, people, PH.
PH.
Yes.
The great thing about it is, when you're driving in the car, or you're commuting back and forth to work. I mean, it's not a podcast because it's an actual, is it a drama? Is it a comedy? What is it?
I would say it. Audible is selling it as a period drama, but there is definitely some great humor. Matt Derby is a fabulous writer, and as someone with a comedy background and improv background, I really loved digging into Emma's dialogue, because she's so like, say it like it is. It really reminds me of I grew up in the 90s. I mean, I was like very young in the 90s, but I had older siblings, so I understand 90s nostalgia a lot. And I know there was a big 70s revival in the 90s. So when I was thinking about creating Emma and her cadence and her tone, I thought a lot of Daria from MTV. Do you remember the cartoon from MTV?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So she has a lot of that kind of flavor, maybe a little bit of Juno. So that very like dry, deadpan kind of humor. But and she is isolated in her world before she finds this community of phone freaks. And then when she meets these new friends of hers, she comes alive, and we see like a whole new Emma. So it was so excited to play with both sides of that. And yes, there are some very dramatic moments and scenes in the series that, especially later on, it gets a little heavier. But Emma ends up really being a revolutionary, a rebel with a cause, and it was just so empowering to get to play a role where I got to be the hero. The lover, Justice Smith, plays my love interest.
Nice.
And just someone who's really fighting for a cause. Very similar to playing a hero, playing a warrior in C as Matal, and a lot of portrayals of low vision people and disabled people in general. We don't get to be the warriors and the heroes and the lovers. We're usually relegated to roles of people who fall into the tropes of the disabled person who has a chip on their shoulder, or someone who is helpless, or someone who has some miraculous cure. I'm not interested in those types of stories as an actor. I want to tell real stories, and if I'm going to properly represent people with disabilities, those people are not victims. Those people are not, oh, woe is me. These people with disabilities, all of us, we're fighters, we're strong. And that's what I want to portray on screen or through audio dramas on stage.
Bree, looking at some of the comments of the viewers and listening to you speak, listening to you speak and to your story, you're a very inspirational person, and to myself included. And my question is, if somebody was going to start out maybe facing the same challenges as you, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's starting out?
Do you mean someone who happens to have a disability or some kind of adversity or challenge they're trying to overcome?
Yes, whether it be a physical disability or an adversity of some sort.
Absolutely. Well, if you're looking to break into the entertainment industry, the first thing I would say is absolutely get training. Like, we have enough people who wake up and say, I'm going to be an actor one day. And, but especially if you're part of a disadvantaged group, it really behooves you to show that we are all trained, skilled, represented actors. We're legitimate, and we're not just there to fill a quota or fill some numbers. Because half of the argument when it comes to inclusion is that, oh, well, we tried to look for a blind actor or a deaf actor or whatever, but the talent isn't there. But that's not true at all. We're here. We're trained and we're represented. And but yeah, so to get training, like it, whether it is just taking an acting class or if you're really serious and you want to pursue it in university or some kind of conservatory, absolutely. And on top of that, I would say first have a long, hard look at yourself and think, is there anything else that I could possibly do with my life? Is there anything else that I'm truly passionate about? Because we need doctors and nurses and engineers and people in STEM. And if you have a passion for one of those things, I would say please do that, because it's not an easy ride. But if you absolutely can't see yourself doing anything else but entertaining, acting, performing, whatever it is, then go for it 100%.
And Bree, listen, I know you've been part of a you were a singer in a band, a group, right? So
Yes.
On this show, if you've done some singing,
No.
we make you do a little singing.
All right.
So I know, I know because every day I wake up, I say, man, I want to be a broadcaster one day, and one day I'm going to be one. But I did some research, and I know you were in a band doing some cover songs at one point. I know I
actually wrote some original songs too. The project,
some originals.
Yes, the project is called Bree and the Whatevers, and you can check out our music video that
Home
we
Wrecker.
released. Home Wrecker.
Home Wrecker. One of my favorites.
Nice. Yeah. Very inspired from Motown and R&B, and we're kind of like a throwback retro soul kind of group.
Nice. You want to give me one of the originals. Okay. Give me like 30 seconds of one of your originals that's like one of your favorites.
Okay, so this isn't on that album, but it was one of my first soulful ones. I got a man and he's good to me every night. I got my men and they all know how to treat me right. But baby, why couldn't you stay? 'Cause no one holds me like you do. No one ever loved me like you did. I'm waiting for the day you come back to me. I'm praying for my true love's melody. So baby, 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 baby. Come my way.
Wow.
Sorry, I went on a little long.
Yeah, that was good. Awesome.
Singing will always be my first love.
Oh my good. You know what, Phil? You know what? When as soon as she opened her mouth, the very first note, you're like, all right, this girl can sing.
Oh my God. Yeah. I got chills.
I'm really lucky I got this nice tube mic here. Really nice and warm.
You got the microphone going. That was great. Is there a like a cover pop song that would always be your like one of your go-tos?
Well, we can all sing "Kissed by a Rose" together.
Oh no!
No, I remember I was 15 years old and I was doing like my high school variety shows, and like everyone's kind of like doing the same kind of thing, and I'm like, so I want to do "Kissed by a Rose," and I want to do it with like a cello and a piano, and even then I was like putting these like little bands together and like making things that were like real artsy, and I was just like, yeah. And I always like the idea of like gender bending songs, because if you sing Aretha Franklin, if you sing Katy Perry, you're always going to be compared to the original. But if you do Stevie Wonder or Seal or Marvin Gaye, it's going to be, you're not going to be compared, because if you're a woman trying to sing that song.
Yeah. Give me a little Kiss from a Rose. Go ahead.
There used to be a grand tower alone on the sea. You remain a light on the dark side of me. Love not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen?
Baby.
I compare you to a kiss from a
road,
rose on the
on the
grave. Can everyone sing? More
Love
again
it.
of you, the stranger feels the air.
Bree, I love it.
I know
You
you all
are
want to
beautiful.
sing.
Fantastic, fantastic. Listen, thank you
Nice.
so much for coming on. Give everybody one more summary of where we could see you and all the things you got going on right now.
All right, C is on Apple TV Plus, available for streaming. Freaks with a PH is now available on Audible. If you're an Audible member, you can listen to it for free this month. And you can find the link for the Audible original series Freaks, starring me, Christian Slater, Carrie Coon, Ben McKenzie, and Justice Smith. You can find that link on my website, breeklauser.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at Bree, BREE _Klauser, KLAUSER, and _ official, or on Facebook at Bree Klauser. And it's a really incredible, fun, immersive story. I think you guys will get a real kick out of it.
I want to watch. Because I love listening to stuff in the car, and I'm gonna get into Freaks.
Yeah, you're cooking dinner or taking care of the kids. It's definitely not a sleepy time read because it's exciting.
Not gonna put us to sleep. Bree, thank you so much. Continue success. You're amazing. You'll come back soon. Keep us posted on how you're doing.
Thanks for singing with me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye, Bree.
Take care.
Oh, wow.
Man, what a bundle of energy.
She was fantastic.
She's great. She's great. That's awesome.
She is a fantastic girl. Great actress, too. I think she's, she's well on her way. She's got a great future. And you could just by her singing voice, she's got such a fantastic speaking voice. And I know she does voiceovers and narration and all that stuff, Phil. So
yeah, she's got a great voice. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right, my friend. So listen, this is the part of the week where, it's our last night for the week. It's Thursday, Tuesday through Thursday, summer hours. I'm not really sure what's happening next week, my friends, because I'm away on Wednesday, Thursday, taking my daughter back to college, back to school. So maybe we'll do a show Tuesday night. Maybe we'll flip it and do Monday, Tuesday, Phil, if we could swing it, if you're around.
I'll be around, man. I'm pretty easy. We just stay home.
Yeah, right. No, I hear you. But at the very least, we'll be on our regular Tuesday slot. We'll have some fantastic guests, and we'll keep you posted. Grandma Stanford will keep you posted on what we're doing. But let's do a little singing before we go. What do you think?
Oh, okay. I got some Little Richard for you.
Little Richard?
Yeah.
Little Richard.
Some ready, set, go, man, go. Well, I got a girl that I love, so I'm ready. Ready, 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 I'm ready. Ready, 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 I'm ready. Ready, 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 I'm ready, ready, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to the corner, pick up my sweetie pie. She's a rock and roll baby, she's an apple of my eye. I'm ready, 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 I'm ready. Ready, 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 I'm ready. Ready, 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 I'm ready, ready, ready to rock and roll. All the flat top cats and the dungaree dogs are headed for the gym to the sock hop ball. The joint's really jumping, the cats are going wild. The music really sends me, I dig the crazy style. I'm ready, 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 I'm ready. I said ready, 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 I'm ready. Oh, ready, ready, ready to rock and roll. Bum, bum.
Oh, are you done? I thought you were still going.
Yeah. Elvis did that song too.
What do you want to do? Let's do a little, let's get something from the 70s. What do you think? Action?
Who?
Little 70s action?
Yeah.
But there's so many of them. Wow, you pop them up. There's so many of them. Sometimes in my life, we all have fears. We all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Take it, Phil.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Go ahead.
Please swallow your pride. Was I getting there? Wait, how about this one? You ready? You ready for this one?
Yeah.
See how you walked in to a party like you were walking onto a yacht. Your hat strategically placed below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself gavotte. Love that word, gavotte. I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee, Phil.
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain.
You're so vain.
I bet you think the song is about you, don't you? Don't you? That brings me to oh, here's one from the 70s.
Yeah.
Let's see. About I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock. While the other kids were rocking round the clock, we were hopping and bopping to the Crocodile Rock.
I'm coming home, I've done my time, but I've got to know what is and isn't mine. If you receive my letter telling you I'll soon be free, then you'll know just what to do, Phil, if you still want me.
I've only told you, please, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
But oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you, and you can hear me when I say softly, slowly.
Hold me close, old Tony Danza.
Count the headlights on the highway.
Yeah,
look at us. We're doing like a montage of songs. All right, here's another good one. I think we've done this once before, but I love this one. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys feel like us get washed away like the snow and the rain. Go!
There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, doo-doo, riding out on a horse at a star-spangled rodeo. Bo, bo, bo.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone.
Don't. Well, I really don't mind the rain. Man, this is exhausting, Phil. This is exhausting.
I know.
Let's keep going.
How about
we need a little Carole King. Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stop trying.
And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. La da 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 da.
Though we really did try to make it, something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Watch this mix. You ready? Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. Everything was all right. I'll just say goodnight, and I screwed up a line somewhere.
Oh, Garth would be proud.
Well, I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then I'll be as high as that ivory tower you're living in.
'Cause I've got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Well, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. Oh, I've got friends in low places.
Somebody's asking for Kokomo, Phil. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you. Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo?
Off the Florida Keys, there's a place called Kokomo. That's where you want to go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. Well, I'm screwing that. I'm screwing that one all up.
Hold on, ready? I'll give you one with the mouthpiece. Oh no, I got it the wrong way. See if you can guess what song. You ready?
Okay.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She was a merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended her across the crowded floor. They were from 8 till 4. They were young and they had each other, Phil. Who could ask her at the
Copacabana, greatest show in the land of, I don't know the words of that one.
The hottest spot north of Havana. I could sit here all day. One of these nights, I got to sit here and just like get drunk and just sing. Just sit here on the computer with all our friends listening and just sing. You can pop in and out. Everybody could pop in and out anytime they want. And we'll still, it'll be a telethon of singing.
Hey, here's one for you from the 70s. You'll know this one.
Go ahead.
I remember all my life.
Favorite.
Raining down as cold as ice. A shadow of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy.
Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy.
I'm standing on the edge of time, walked away when love was mine. Caught up in a world of uphill climbing. The tears are in my eyes and nothing is rhyming. Oh, Mandy.
Well, you came and you gave without shaking, taking.
Either
But
way.
I sent you away, oh Mandy. Yesterday's a dream. I've faced the morning, crying on a breeze. The pain is calling, oh Mandy.
Mandy. I love Barry Manilow.
Oh man, he's the best, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm always one of those guys, man. When Manilow comes on in the car, I crank it right up because I don't care. A lot of people are embarrassed to say that, Phil. When Manilow comes on, I crank it right up. I roll down the windows. I'm like, at the Copacabana.
Yeah. I can't even remember the last time he came to Oklahoma City or Oklahoma, but the next time he does, I'm there.
He was on Broadway last year here in New York. He did a couple of like a 13-week run, maybe toward the end of last summer here on Broadway. My wife and I went to see him, and
Really?
oh my God, it was great, man. He had there's so many songs. He did a medley of songs where he only did a couple of seconds of each one, and it was still too many songs on the show.
So he seems like the type that would really like dress very, flashy and
yeah, total
make quite a show out of it.
Absolutely. He had the dancing girls and the singing girls, and it was just, wardrobe changes, and it's the New York City rhythm shining through my life. I mean, it was really fun. It was a lot of fun.
I would love if anybody out there, if you know Barry Manilow and have any contacts with him, give him a call, see if he would like to be on the Suki and Scott show.
Oh, forget it, man. Imagine Barry Manilow on the show. We'd have him on for 2 hours. And we would just be I remember Suki and I on the morning show once. Let me see something. There's so many songs. What we did was we faced each other. We just faced each other. Like I faced her, she faced me, and the cameras were over here, and we had to just keep rattling off names of Barry Manilow songs. Boom, boom, boom. I write the songs. Oh man, and you had to just keep going. The person who you couldn't think of anymore, you lost.
Yeah.
But my God, there's so many songs. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can cover one tonight and put it up.
Oh, you got to do it, Phil.
Okay.
You know which one would be good for you, for your voice?
What's that?
This One's For You. You know that song, This One's For You? It goes like this. It goes, this one will never sell. They'll never understand. I don't even sing it well. I try, but I just can't. But I wonder every night. And you ever heard, this one's for you, wherever you are. To say,
oh yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, that's in your wheelhouse right there. You gotta do that one.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. And then he goes, I've got it all, it seems, for all that means to me. And it's just I think that can go right into your wheelhouse.
Well, check it out. I want to do one. I've got the bug. I've got the Barry Manilow bug now.
Yeah, man, do it. The ladies are gonna go. They're gonna go nuts for that. Let me see. There's one other one. Ships that we're two ships that pass in the night. Also, Somewhere Down the Road. Any of those like low ballads would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
You ever hear Somewhere Down the Road?
Yes.
We had the right love at the wrong time.
So I write the songs.
New inside. Yeah, I write the songs.
I write the songs that make the whole world whatever
thing.
Look like we made it.
Left each other all the way to another love.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Miracle, a true blue spectacle.
Miracle come true.
Barbara wants Weekend New England. Time in New England. took me away to long rocky beaches and you by the bay. We started a story whose end must now wait, and tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this long burning end?
Oh man, so many.
Donna wants us to finish up with a fast song. What do you got? Need a fast one. Upbeat, fast, The Wanderer, one of those songs.
Let's see. Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Yeah. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Yeah. You can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. I'll do anything that you want to do. Honey, lay off of my shoes, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
Nice, my friend. Good week of shows, Phil. Good
Yeah,
week of shows,
awesome. Awesome. How about a little good night? Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night.